All right, so for those of you guys, let me move this over some so I'll have some room for when I get the cards out, okay? So for those of you guys who chose pile one, again, we have the Five of Cups in reverse, okay? I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, right off the bat. You could be the type of person where, you used to be in a state of depression, or there could have been a lot going on in your life where you were really dealing with a lot of trauma and a lot of just bad situations, like back to back to back, okay? But you guys have come out of that situation. So if you were depressed, you're no longer depressed. You're very, stable and balanced and happy now, okay? You're happy again. Some of you guys feel as though you have been set free, okay? You feel liberated because you may have been set free from some type of affliction or addiction or bad behavior, okay? Some of you guys, you could have been drinking too much, okay? Others of you guys, you could have been smoking too much, okay? Others of you guys, you could have been really strung along by a person or a particular relationship that proved to be very toxic. And this person caused you to be very off kilter emotionally. You could have been, very emotionally drained and, tied down and things of that nature. Okay. I'm definitely hearing depressed. Okay. But fast forward to now, dear one, whatever type of situation that you guys were in where it brought like a lot of darkness to you, it caused you guys to want to, I'm tweaking again. Okay, let me see if I could calm down my energy. Every now and then, you guys, if it buffers, okay, hopefully you guys don't get kicked out. But if it buffers, that means that my energy once again is fumbling around with the technology. Okay, and so I'm still trying to figure out how to manage that. Okay, for those of you guys who are high vibrational, you guys may have this situation too, where it's like, you mess with clocks and, watches stop and shit, remote controls be turning up, the volume be going up and down. And you like, wait a minute, I know I didn't touch this remote, okay? It's your energy, okay? It's part of your high vibrational energy. So your girl Sage is still trying to get used to that. So hopefully you guys didn't get kicked out. So I think that we're still back on, okay? But, as I was saying, dear one, okay, you guys could have been in a situation where, you may have felt as though, you just wanted to escape, okay? Because there were so many bad things going on around you, bad people in your support circle, so-called support system, bad, unloving, unhealthy, unsupportive people that you guys may have been in a relationship with. And your community could have been, other than healthy, other than supportive and harmonious. You could have been in a quite dysfunctional or toxic relationship. Could have been a work environment, could have been a home environment, could have been a relationship environment, or could have been a neighborhood or a community, okay? Whatever the situation, applies to you, dear one, make that fit and then leave the rest, okay? But I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, fast forward to now, you guys have, become stable now because you have released a lot of things and a lot of situations that no longer served you. You realize that there were a lot of things that were holding you back, and that if you were to ever get to a point where you saw yourself where you wanted to be, that there was a lot of, I'm hearing, cleaning house that you guys had to do. And so for those of you guys who chose pile one, you're in a situation now, I'm hearing clean slate. You're in a situation now where you can sit back and reflect on all of the hard times and how, at the end of the day, as the saying goes, what didn't kill you made you stronger. And so as a result, you're doing well now. And now a lot of you guys are able to take those lessons that you have learned and turn it into something positive, okay? I'm hearing taking your pain and turning it into purpose, okay? So this is very good. This is for those of you guys who chose pile one. So we're going to get into pile one now. We're going to talk about, you guys, what is the gossip on you from people that you're not around, okay? All right, so let's see. So Spirit, tell my collective, okay, what's the gossip on them from people that they're not around, okay? So this is in reverse. I'm going to flip it so you guys can see it, okay? This is social media. Social media is in reverse, okay? So I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, people are saying that, you have a lot of people that are watching you online, and people try to pretend as though they're not aware of what you got going on. These are people that people are saying are competing with you. People are saying that, that collective, that Lisa, that JoJo, they got a lot of haters. They got a lot of trolls. trolls. They got a lot of people that be, crawling all over their goddamn social media, just bothering them. They got a lot of people that's trying to, sit back in the cut and compete with them and do what they do. They got a lot of copycats. They got a lot of people that, be trying to steal their shit, okay? So a lot of people, dear one, they are noticing that you're the type of person where you may not be popped out to the point where you're very, very well known, but people are definitely, behind the scenes saying that you're the type of person where there is a certain kind of buzz around you. And although you may be considered to be, underground right now, or you may be considered to be a person that's up and coming, that will soon be noticed for your content, that will soon be noticed, for some type of business or enterprise or venture or some type of creative talent or something that you have. Or for some of you guys, you're going to soon be working with people that are very, I'm hearing people that are well known. You're going to be working with public figures. People are talking about your potential, dear one, and they're talking about how they see that if you continue to, do what you're doing and not give up, okay, that you're going to be very well known, not only online, not only in your local community, but for a lot of you guys, you're going to be well known globally, like all over the world. But it's going to start off very small, like they see the potential that you guys are working with now, that is small, but it's going to continue to build. And you guys certainly have a buzz about you. I keep hearing like underground, okay? So you guys may have like an underground buzz, and it's like you have no idea of the type of people that are watching you. But I'm hearing from spirit that a lot of people are saying you guys' name. A lot of people are talking about you guys, pile one, in rooms that you're not yet in, but rooms that you're soon going to be invited to, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit. Also, I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, people are talking about how they wish that they knew a little bit more about you other than, what they're allowed to see on social media. So, the gossip about you, dear one, from people you don't know is that, people find you guys to be very intriguing. And they're like, wow, I wish I knew where this person lived. I wish I knew what this person did on their downtown. I would love to know more about their personal life. I wish they had another channel where, they would let us more into their lives and, maybe talk about, what they do on their downtime when they're not doing, what they're known for on their primary channel, So a lot of people are talking about how they really want to, have a more intimate peek, a more intimate look inside your lives because they find you guys to be very, very intriguing, okay? But they see you guys as someone that, you're very exclusive, you're very private, and the way that you have curated your life, it's like you have a lot of mystery around you, and this causes people, dear one, to just really want to get to know you more, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit, okay? All right, so let's see what else. Well, that one just wanted to come out. Let's see what else, dear one, are people saying about you, okay? What are people gossiping about you? People that you don't know, people that you might know when you're not around, okay? So, wow, this one was in reverse, dear one, but it says too old to be this stupid, okay? Yeah, it was in reverse. So people are gossiping and saying that, you're well aware that you're dealing with someone. This person could be a troll, okay, that could be lurking on your social media, that could be trying to hide, who they really are under, fake troll accounts and shit, okay? But people are saying, dear one, that whoever this person is that is constantly, trolling you or on your social media on the low, that this person is too old to be so stupid. But the way that this person tries to carry themselves is like they try to present themselves as being mature. They try to present themselves as being like some type of guru, someone that knows something or someone that's on the up and up. So people are talking about it. There's this one particular person where it's like they have this, like they have multiple faces. They have like two faces. It's like they have this one face that they show to the world, their public persona, but then people, dear one, that have gotten to know this person, and they've gotten to know, what they do on their downtime, okay? They're saying this person lives a double life. This person has like, two personalities. They have a personality or a face that they show to the public, and then they have a personality or a face that they show to, people that are very aware spiritually or very intuitive, okay? And people are saying, this person needs to grow up, okay? Because they're too old to be this stupid. This person's very immature. This person's acting like, they got a schoolboy crush or a schoolgirl crush, okay? So, low key, dear one, the gossip about you is that you may be aware and you may not be aware, but there are other people around you that are talking about that you have a person that, this person is so smitten by you that they're like making an ass out of themselves. And it's just really lame. And people are talking about this person like, nah, bruh, that ain't it. What you doing ain't it, okay? Nah, sis, that ain't it. What you doing ain't it, okay? So this is the gossip about you, dear one. You got somebody that's making a stone cold fool of themselves. And the people that this person is around could be their homeboys, could be their homegirls, some of them it could be family members, it could be people that they work with. Somebody has found out that this person has this double life when it comes to you, like, they may pretend as though or lead everybody to know that you're to try to, hide the fact that, they really don't know you, okay? Or they don't even know that you exist. But, they discover that, this person may have a lot, they might, found this person having a lot of pictures or screenshots of you on their phone, or they may have heard this person in jest or in secret, or this person may have confided in someone, what they be doing online as it relates to you. And, this person, whoever this is that's doing this stupid shit, that's too old to be this stupid, this person may have, confided in someone that they thought was just as immature as, he or she was. But the person that they told was like, bruh, that's lame. Like, what are you doing? Girl, that is weird. What are you doing? That's some stupid shit. Like, you too grown to be acting like that, girl. So I'm hearing this person is being clowned, dear one. And so this is the gossip about you. Whoever you are, dear one, you got somebody that's acting like a stone cold fool and just really making an ass out of themselves when it comes to you. And it has something to do with social media. They're trying to hide what they're doing, but they have been discovered. They have been caught, okay? And people are talking about this person, okay? So that's some things, dear one. Let me pull a few more cards. So let me pull from this deck. And let's see, dear one, what is the gossip on you from people that you're not around, okay? We're still on pile one, okay? So this one was in reverse as well. We got a lot of reversals, okay? This is creativity, okay? It's in reverse, okay? I'm hearing from Spirit right off the bat, dear one, people are saying that, when it comes to your level of creativity, a lot of people that secretly try to compete with you, they just cannot compare, okay? People are talking about how a lot of people, dear one, you may not be aware, but depending on what you got going on, like whether if you're a content creator or you're like a business owner online and you got some merch that's really off the chain and a lot of people like it, or you got these business products or services that are off the chain and a lot of people like it, people are talking about how you guys have a lot of copycats. People are talking about how, you're like, the up and coming person, you're like the people's choice. A lot of people are looking at you guys and they're discovering you, but that at the same time, they're recognizing that you guys have a lot of people that bite off of you, okay? They steal your shit and they don't give you credit, okay? Because people that look at you and, it's like they hate the fact that, you're getting out there, you're making yourself well known, but they feel as though, it shouldn't be you, it should be them. And so on the low, they're stealing your creative and your intellectual ideas and your property, okay? So people are talking about this. People are talking about how they can recognize that when people come around them, like say, for example, dear one, let's say you're like an up and coming comedian, right? And say you might have, your social media platform where, you're doing comedy skits and things of that nature, and you're starting to get a real buzz about yourself, okay? People are saying that there are some well-known comedians that watch you on the low, okay? And, they be stealing your shit. And they think that the average person is not going to, figure out that that was not their joke, or that was not their skit, or that they got something from you, or, bit off of something that, you did or you said, because they feel as though nobody knows you. They're well known, but you're not. And they feel as though they would never get caught. But I'm hearing from Spirit, it's being made known, dear one, that you're the type of person where you're definitely up and coming. You're very creative and talented. And not only are people that you don't even know from a can of paint, people that are, not even popped out yet, that are competing with you and trying to steal your shit. But dear one, you got people who are already established, people who are public figures, people who are already in the public eye, and people who may be in a similar niche field or industry that you are in that's stealing your shit, okay? And people are like, wow, this is crazy. I heard this on this podcast the other day, or I went and saw this online on his Instagram the other day, and I know he stole this from Collective because I watch Collective. I'm subscribed to Collective, and I always have been saying, she gonna make it big, he gonna make it big, because the stuff they be doing this shit is funny, it's off the chain. Now I know get damn well this person, regardless of him having a name, I know that's not his original joke or his original skit. I know he stole that from Collective. So dear one, come through, spirit. You got a lot of people, dear one, that are talking about how you're very up and coming, okay, and you got a lot of wealth of creativity and creative expression, and it's just a matter of time before everyone knows you, everyone knows your name, everyone knows what you're working with and why you do what you do. But in the meantime, in between time, it is also being made known in small little pockets and small circuits of people that watch you and people that pass the word of mouth. Hey, check out this person, check out Collective, check out this, check out that. And then they also watch people that are more well known or may have more followers, more subscribers on their social media platforms. People are beginning to notice, dear one, that you're the type of person where, you're like this underground sensation, and it's just a matter of time when you're going to pop out. But you got people, dear one, who are already out there, already well known, and they copying your shit, okay? So this is what a lot of people, dear one, are saying about you. You guys have a buzz about you, okay? So now for those of you guys where this is resonating, okay, Spirit is saying, to the best of your ability, dear one, cross your T's and dot your I's, okay? Make sure that everything is legit, okay? Also, if you guys need to watermark your stuff, because I also just saw the letters IG. So for a lot of you guys, you may not be aware that a lot of people are stealing your shit on IG, okay? So you need to watermark your shit, okay? Yeah, so people won't be popping up in Pakistan and, all type of other places and shit, pretending to be you. I'm hearing identity theft as well, okay? So people are saying this about you guys, dear one. Okay, so let's see what else, Spirit, okay? What is the gossip on my collective from people that they are not even around, okay? All right, let's see. Wonderful, okay. We have the card growth, okay? So, dear one, people are talking about how you guys have made a 180-degree turn or change in terms of how you used to be versus how you are now, okay? For example, people are talking about how, you may have been the type of person where people may have considered you to be, closed off or standoffish and not the type of person where you wanted to be around, people, or you were very distrusting of people, you may have rather prefer to be around, animals than people, or out in nature more than people. But people are noticing, dear one, that there's been a change about you, that you guys have elevated a lot, that you guys have healed a lot, and you're more open now to, finding your people. You're more open now to being in, harmonious relationships. You've been through a lot, so at the same time, you've learned a lot. So you guys now trust yourself to know that when something is not for you, when something is not a match, you know how to walk away. You know how to say no, rather than stick in that thing and try to force it to work only to, damage yourself emotionally, okay? Because I'm here and been there, done that. I don't want to go through that shit again, okay? So for those of you guys who chose Power One, people are saying how you guys have grown. Have you really grown up? You've really matured, okay? In terms of, learning how to trust the right people and learning how to dismiss the wrong people when it comes to matters of the heart, okay? People are also noticing, dear one, how I'm hearing that you guys have become more comfortable in your own skin. So people are noticing and talking about how, you're more confident now, okay? The way you dress now, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, okay? Like, they can tell that you've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of, I'm hearing soul work, okay? You've gone through your dark nights of the soul. A lot of you guys, some of you have maybe even gone to therapy, okay? But a lot of you guys, dear one, you've done a lot of self-reflection. You've done a lot of hard work on yourself. And people are seeing that growth in you, and they're finding it to be very, very attractive, okay? Also, people, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, even people from your past. I'm hearing even one or two of them where they may have talked about you guys in a very negative way and said that you guys would never amount to anything. I'm hearing from spirit, some of these people, dear one, you guys have turned into believers because they're seeing that, you have certainly changed, okay? You guys, you bet on yourself. You put yourself first and you've done a lot of work on yourself. And how you are now versus how you used to be is like night and day. And a lot of people are looking at you guys now, people from your past, and it's like they got their mouth open like, oh my God, is this Lisa? Oh my God, she's so different now, okay? Lisa used to be so shy, used to didn't say anything, used to let everybody walk all over her. Now, Lisa will, cut your ass up, she will fry your ass like a piece of Sunday catfish. She ain't playing with you. Come through spirit. Or, they're saying, wow, look at JoJo. He has really changed, He used to be very mean and evil. He used to have a serious anger management issue, Now he's calm, he know how to talk to people. Now he respects women. He's in a nice relationship now, Wow, look at him. He done made a 360-degree turn. He's not the same person that he used to be, okay? So whether it relates to, come through spirit, whether it relates to you guys is in terms of your physical aesthetics, how you look on the outside, or your personality, how your personality has changed, they are recognizing growth in you. And you got a lot of people, dear one, they're talking about you in rooms that you're not even in, about how you have changed, how you have evolved, okay? People are recognizing you to be that generational curse breaker, honey. They said that you wasn't going to amount to anything and be nothing. Like, you ain't going to be nothing just like your daddy. You ain't going to be nothing just like your mama. But a lot of you guys have made liars into these people, because the very same thing that they said that you would endure or never amount to or never achieve, you have made a liar out of these people because they see growth in you, okay? So this is a very, very beautiful thing. Also, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, people are gossiping about you, and they're saying that they can tell by the way you dress, or they can tell that they may have gotten access to where you live and how you live now versus how you used to live. So people are recognizing, dear one, there has been some growth in your bag, okay? There has been some growth in your level of financial stability, okay? So you guys may have leveled up from, perhaps, I don't know, maybe you went from an apartment to a condo or a townhome, or maybe you went from a townhome to a house, okay? Or maybe you went from being, single and not trusting anyone and hating everyone, I'm hearing fuck love, to now you're in a harmonious relationship and you got a smile on your face, okay? Or, you've gone from, driving a raggedy little car to now you got you a nice little whip, okay? I'm seeing that for the fellas as well as for the ladies, okay? I just saw a Tesla, okay? Ah, interesting, okay? I just saw a Benz, okay? Very good. I just saw like a convertible of some sort, okay? I'm seeing somebody riding with the top down, okay? Nice, okay? I'm seeing a Jeep Wrangler, okay? And then I saw a Florida license plate, because I saw that little symbol there, okay? So some of you guys, you're doing well, okay? So people are noticing that there's a change in you, there's a growth in you, because perhaps back in the day, dear one, people were saying how you worked so hard, but it was like other people were benefiting from your hard work. And now you're in a season where your hard work is paying off for you finally, and you guys have gained some level of material possession, some level of financial security or stability, some level of growth, where people can now see that the work that you guys have put in is now paying off, and now you're reaping the rewards. And people are like, wow, they stayed at it, they kept going, they didn't stop, and now look at them, I'm so glad they didn't give up. I see growth in them, they doing the damn thing. Come through spirit. So this is a very beautiful thing, dear one. This is what people are gossiping about you when you're not around. They're singing your praises. Now, these people may not ever say this to your face, okay? They may not ever step to you and say they're so proud of you, or they've been watching you for some time and they see the difference between the way you are now versus the way you were. But, amongst themselves and behind closed doors and, to their people and in rooms that you're not in, dear one, I'm hearing, if these walls could talk, dear one, you guys will see that a lot of people got a lot of things to say about you. You guys are on a lot of people's minds, okay? And you guys are constantly, in a lot of people's, conversations, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit. And the good news, dear one, is that, it's not always bad, okay? So that's a very good thing, okay? I'm going to pull one more card, you guys, for pile one. And then we're going to move on to pile two. And I also will give you guys some signs, okay? So let's see, Spirit. What's the gossip on you from people that you are not around? Let's see. Okay. Interesting. This was in reverse. Let me read it to you guys. It says thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions, okay? And it was in reverse, okay? So what I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, right off the bat, people are saying that you guys have changed in terms of, I'm hearing like you may have used to be the party girl or party guy, and every time there was something going on, you was there. But fast forward to now, dear one, you have changed. So you may have gone from, being the type of person where you're at every party, you're always outside, whenever there's something going on, you in the mix, to now, you kind of laid back now, okay? You kind of keep to yourself now, you pull back your energy, and you've really decided that it's best to just vet out your energy and not be in crowds and not be around a lot of people. So people are saying, dang, Lisa used to be hanging out, she used to be the party girl, JoJo used to be, hanging out, every time there was something going on, he was there, he was pulling up. I ain't seen JoJo, I ain't seen Lisa in a long time. What they been up to? So people, dear one, they're asking questions and they're wondering, what is it about you that made you decide to change? And, how did you go from wanting to be around a lot of people, always in the mix, always in the know, okay, to now all of a sudden it's like people got to ask, it's like you ghosted them. So you got a lot of people, dear one, some of them are feeling offended. They're like, damn, did I do something wrong? Why is it that, they don't want to hang out no more? Why is it that, I don't see them on the block no more? And it's just that I'm hearing from Spirit, people are saying you're no longer into the same things that you used to be into, okay? Maybe when you were with this particular circle, dear one, that is talking about you, you used to be the girl or the guy that was all into the puff pass, okay? But now you done passed on the puff and you're doing a new thing, okay? So people are saying, you're different now, okay? You got some of y'all, you're like, yeah, I've changed. I'm a mommy now. I got a child, I'm worried about, Junior. I'm worried about making sure that I can get my first and 15th and I can take care of my baby, okay? I'm making sure, he goes to a good school. I'm making sure that he's educated. I'm making sure that he can do this and do that. I don't got time to be outside, okay? Yeah, if you want to see me, you're going to have to recognize, brother, that I come with a package, okay? You're going to have to deal with me and you're going to have to deal with my baby, or you're going to have to get to stepping, okay? I'm not the same person that I used to be, okay? I'm different now, okay? So people are noticing this about you guys, dear one. You're not into those thrills that you used to be in, okay? Maybe you used to love going to the rave and partying to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. And you like, hell no, I don't do that no more. Hell, I'm 31. Shit, I got to get my sleep. I got to get up in the morning so I can make sure that I can get these bills paid, baby. Ain't nobody gonna take care of this mortgage. Ain't nobody gonna take care of this rent, okay? Ain't no rave gonna make sure that I get these lights to stay on, this goddamn water to stay on. I ain't got time to be out there partying and doing that shit. Them days are over, okay? So, dear one, come through, Spirit. And I see the hearts, you guys. Appreciate it. People are saying, dear one, these are mostly people that you guys have left behind. It's like you've grown up, you have evolved, you have matured, your whole lifestyle has changed. And some of these people, dear one, that are talking about you guys, and evidently you guys left a mark on these people, because it's like they still thinking about you. But these people haven't grown up, dear one. They haven't evolved. They're still doing the same old things, okay? If you left their ass right where they land, right where they lay, right where they stand, and they was at the club, girl, guy, they still at the club, okay? You got something, you already married, bruh. You married, you got your little fine little wife, you got your little baby girl, you got one on the way, okay? Look, your woman got a baby bump, just as cute as she want to be. And then you got these mofos that still asking about you. Hey, bro, man, we about to kick it to the club, man. You want to go? You want to come with us, man? We going to make it rain. Hey, nigga, make it rain. You better take your ass on somewhere. I'm making it rain on my wife, under my roof, mofo, okay? Yeah, I don't got to pay for it. I get it every day for free, and I guarantee you it's better than what your ass be paying for. Man, get out of here with that. Man, you need to grow up, man. You 35 now. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Okay, come through, spirit. So I'm like hearing this in the ether. This is like people, they're asking about you. They're talking about you guys, dear one. And they're like, man, where's JoJo? Where's Lisa? Living a life, grown up, evolved. They doing grown shit, grown people shit. And y'all still on play. That's why you don't know where they at, okay? They're not into the thrills no more like y'all still are into. Y'all still at the club. You know, they over the club, okay? Y'all still at, at the bars and shit. You know, they over that, okay? Y'all still trying to go out to restaurants and, pay for food that you can't even afford. You dipping all into your damn rent money. You dipping into your mortgage money and shit. Nah, they cook at home, okay? Yeah, they saving money, okay? Yeah. So people are saying all of these interesting things about you guys, they want, but in a nutshell, it's showing that they have seen that you guys have made a 180-degree turn, and you guys have evolved, and you've left behind people that can no longer go where you're going because they're still on that play, and y'all on that grown man shit. Y'all on that grown woman shit, okay? Y'all doing new things, okay? Y'all saving up money to, travel around the world, okay? You saving up money, bro. You want to go to Brazil or you want to go to Italy, and they still talking about, hey, man, let's get this money together, man. We gonna kick it and go on this cruise, man. We gonna go to Cancun, man, and the holler at the honey. Man, get your ass out of here, man. That little generic ass vacation y'all talking about. Y'all trying to be passport bros and shit. I got my woman with me, bro. I got my baby with me. Go sit down somewhere, okay? So yeah, you guys are grown up, okay? So these are some of the things, dear one. This is some of the gossip on you from people that you're not around, okay? So I'm going to give you guys some signs, dear one, and then we're going to move on to pile 2, okay? So let's see. For those of you guys where the message most resonates, you or they, dear one, could very well be a Pisces, Aries, Leo, Libra, Cancer, Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn, and Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. I'm also hearing Leo moon, Cancer rising, Virgo moon, Taurus rising, Sagittarius moon. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so that's for those of you guys who chose pile 1, okay? So some good things, you guys, that people are saying about you guys. They're recognizing the evolution. They're recognizing the change. They're recognizing the fact that you guys have evolved and you have moved on, that you have chosen yourself. You bet on yourself, and it is really showing. They recognize that, back in the day, you weren't getting your worth. You weren't getting your due. But now people are beginning to notice you guys, You got a buzz around you, and because you stopped, because you did not stop, shall I say, come through, Spirit, because you did not quit, people are recognizing you guys and noticing you guys, and you guys have people that are even public figures or are talking about you guys in rooms that you're not yet in, but you're soon going to be invited to. And then, on the flip side of that, dear one, you got people in the public eye, now they looking at you, up and coming you, little you just popping out, just getting a little buzz, and they already well known, and they already stealing and copying your shit. So that ought to let you know that you's a bad motherfucker, okay? Come through, Spirit. So don't stop and don't give up on what you're doing, because it's just a matter of time, dear one, where you're going to be known on social media, in your community, online, offline, around the world. I'm speaking to my collective where you're destined to be in the public eye, and you're definitely, you have a high calling over your life. And for a long time, you may have been shy. You may have passed by opportunities because maybe you thought that you didn't have what it takes. Maybe you thought that, you couldn't handle it. Maybe you were afraid of success. Maybe you tried to pop out once upon a time and, you got shamed for it, or people tried to humble you, or you were not in an environment where it was even safe for you to show what you was working with, and that caused you to really suppress your gifts. I'm talking to y'all. But now you guys are in a new situation, you're in a new environment, you're in a new season where Spirit says you are safe. It is time for you to pop out. Ain't nobody gonna front on you. Ain't nobody gonna, fuck with you. Ain't nobody gonna bully you. Ain't nobody gonna try to come at you. And can't nobody check you because you grown, okay? I'm hearing who gonna check me? Nobody. Come through, Spirit. That's for you, Power One. Okay? So talk your shit, baby. Pop your shit, because you earned it. Okay? And you guys got people that's already out there and they checking out little old you, okay? Yeah, you ain't gonna be little for too much longer, okay? Is what I'm hearing from spirit, okay? That's some of the gossip pile one, okay? So now we're gonna get